If I could have everybody please stand for the posting of the colors. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Left face. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Color guard. Post.
Please remain standing while I invite our chaplain, Larnie Pineda.
Will you join me in prayer as we bow our heads? Heavenly Father, what a special day to celebrate the achievements and promotions of the Stockton Fire personnel before us. We honor and recognize their continued dedication, commitment, and sacrifice in protecting the community. Where seconds to minutes threaten, we ask for your wisdom that you so generously give. Please protect them from the unseen before it happens. May you guide them in their new beginnings, responsibilities, and any challenges they face in their new roles. For the fire chiefs, we ask you to bless our outgoing fire chief, Richard Edwards, with his new fire department family. May his years of dedicated service, impact, and leadership flourish amongst them and the community. We ask for blessings and guidance over our new incoming fire chief, Brian Carr. Give him the wisdom, a heightened discernment, and strength to assume his new responsibilities. May they both lead with courage, integrity, and compassion. Remind them the weight they carry is not for them to hold alone, but to lean on you, as you know and see every heart. We also ask that you bless and protect all the families and their loved ones. Please give them the strength in their hearts and in their sacrifice as well. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Thank you, you may be seated.
Good afternoon and welcome to this transfer of command and badge pinning ceremony. I just want to take a moment to thank you all for being here, and I want to make sure that there'll be a lot of talk about the chief and incoming fire chief, but I just want to really emphasize that this is about all of us here, the entire Stockton Fire Department, and how proud I am of those on my right and my left that will be receiving badges this afternoon. That's really what the Stockton Fire Department is about. It's about those on the boots on the ground that are the foundation of this organization. So I just ask that you keep that in mind as we go through this transfer of command and this badge pinning. I'm going to take a moment to thank all of the dignitaries that took the time to come to the ceremony here this afternoon. We have our City of Stockton elected officials, Mayor Christina Fugazi, Vice Mayor Jason Lee, Councilmember Michael Blauer, Councilmember Michelle Padilla, Brandon Villapadua, Councilmember Mario Enriquez, Councilmember Mariela Ponce. I'd also like to thank our City of Stockton leadership team, Interim City Manager Steve Colangelo, Deputy City Manager Chad Reed, our Police Chief Stanley McFadden, Deputy Police Chief Tony Sager, Community Service Director, I don't see if Chris is here, Chris Farrow, our Stephanie. No, I know the name. I always get Community Services, Economic Development, and Community Development, Stephanie Ocasio, and our City Clerk. Thank you for being here, everybody. From the county, I'd like to thank Mario Gardia, District 1 Supervisor, Mike Anderson, Chief of Staff, Paul Canepa, District 2 Supervisor, Gina Calder, Chief of Staff, and I don't know if Edith Villapadua is here, the Board Aide. There were supposed to be representatives from Assembly District 13, Rhodesia Ransom's office, Melissa Santos, and Samantha Johnson. I want to take this time to also thank those within our county, those fire chiefs that have made the time to be here. Eric Walder with Waterloo Murata Fire District, Randy Bradley with South San Joaquin Fire District, Ed Martell with Montezuma Fire District, Dave Rudat with Manteca Fire Department, Tim Ortegal with Lodi Fire Department. There might be some representatives from the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office, Senior Deputy DA Elton Grau, and then from the San Joaquin County Local Agency Formation Commission, Executive Officer J.D. Hightower and Commissioner Peter Johnson, and last but not least from our Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce, Chief Policy Officer Frank Farrell. And Supervisor Sonny Dollywall, I was looking almost right at you. Thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it. I'm now going to turn it over to Chief Edwards for some comments. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon and welcome. It's an honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a significant moment in the history and the legacy of the Stockton Fire Department. Today we will recognize the proud accomplishments of many of our dedicated members as they take on new roles within our esteemed department, and take a moment to reflect on my time as fire chief as I transition to my next chapter in my professional career. I want to start with some thank yous. First, to our families, friends, and community partners, thank you for being here. Your unwavering support and confidence in us are the backbone of our success. To our soon-to-be newly promoted members, congratulations. Your advancement is not just a result of hard work and dedication, but a testament to the legacy of those who came before us and the promise of those who will come after. It is with deep humility and sincere appreciation that I now transition from welcoming you to reflecting on my own fire service journey. After over 3 decades in the fire service and more than a half a decade as your fire chief, I stand here today with a heart full of gratitude. This job, this calling to be a fireman, has been one of the greatest honors of my life. When I joined the Stockton Fire Department, I never imagined where the journey would take me. I simply wanted to serve, to help those in need, and to be part of something greater than myself. I found that, and so much more, in this incredible department. We have responded to countless emergencies that have tested our physical and mental limits, stood shoulder to shoulder in the face of tragedy, and celebrated milestones that brought joy and pride to our fire family. Together, we've accomplished a lot in the last 5 years. Some of the things we were able to accomplish included implementing a new computer-aided dispatch software in our dispatch center and returning our 911 live callers to our emergency communication division, greatly improving our community safety. We've implemented for the first time a strategic plan that focused on sustainability and our firefighters' mental health and wellness. We built the city's first emergency operations center. We also reopened Fire Station 1 and Truck Company 7. We've secured more than $20 million in grants for staffing and equipment, including 13 new fire engines and 2 ladder trucks. And the item of which I'm most proud of is the creation of the SenCal Fire and EMS Authority, which will revolutionize how ambulance transport services are delivered here in San Joaquin County. It's important to note that each of these items are not my accomplishment. These accomplishments result from hard work and collaboration only made possible by an incredible team. Success can also be attributed to the alignment between the Fire Chief's Office, Stockton Firefighters Local 456, the City Manager's Office, and our City Council. I stand here today with humility, knowing that whatever impact I've made has only been possible because of the incredible people I've had the opportunity to work alongside. My success as a chief is a reflection of this department's heart and determination. From the very beginning, I believed that this department's strength lies not in its equipment or shiny apparatus, but in its people. The firefighters, our dispatchers, our fire inspectors, our professional staff, and the chiefs I've served with over the years have shown extraordinary commitment to the mission of protecting this city, often at great personal cost, and for that, I will be forever grateful. We've been tested, and we will continue to be tested. Through the pandemic, we kept moving forward. We were the tip of the spear in providing critical EMS services, not knowing how the virus could affect us. We maintained operations, strengthened our regional partnerships, and prioritized the health and well-being of our personnel. I'm especially proud of our strides in mental health and wellness, including our facility dog program, which reminded us that sometimes healing comes on 4 legs with a wagging tail. We've also experienced loss, none greater than the heartbreaking and senseless death of Fire Captain Max Fortuna. His sacrifice will remain etched in our hearts, and we will honor his memory by carrying forward with courage and integrity. Over the past 25 years, I've watched this department evolve. We've grown stronger and more resilient. We've embraced innovation while staying true to our core mission. We've expanded our capabilities, increased our training, and deepened our connection with the community. And through it all, we've held tight to our values: integrity, pride, compassion, and service. To the executive leadership team, thank you for your trust and partnership. To our labor groups, thank you for your advocacy and commitment to the well-being of every employee. To our city leaders, thank you for investing in public safety and recognizing the critical role we play. To the firefighters, past and present, thank you. You've made the hard days bearable and the good days unforgettable. You are the reason I've been proud to come to work every day, and I'll always be proud to say that I served with you. And most of all, to my family. Your sacrifice often went unseen, but never unappreciated. I've had countless late nights and missed holidays, and I know I've caused you all constant worry. Thank you for standing by me through all of it. As I step away from the Stockton Fire Department, I do so with complete confidence in the future of this fire department. The next generation is ready, and they're going to do amazing things. My hope is simple. Keep looking out for one another, keep striving to be better, and never lose sight of why we do this job, for we are the legacy of the Stockton Fire Department. It's been an honor of a lifetime to serve the people of Stockton. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this history. Stay safe, stay strong, and always look out for one another. Thank you. I'd now like to invite up our interim city manager, Steve Colangelo.
Good afternoon. To our distinguished fire department leaders, members of the City Council, honored guests, our Chief of Police, and the families who support our firefighters, thank you for being here today for this moment of transition, pride, and progress. Today is more than a ceremonial exchange. It's the formal recognition of legacy and leadership. To Chief Edwards, your retirement marks the end of a remarkable chapter in Stockton's history. Under your leadership, the Stockton Fire Department has upheld the highest standards of professionalism, courage, and service. You have guided this department through difficult calls, evolving challenges, and moments of both tragedy and triumph. You leave behind not only an operationally sound department, but also a culture of honor, discipline, and unwavering service to our community. On behalf of the City of Stockton, I extend our deepest gratitude. You've earned the respect of this city, and you left a mark that will not be forgotten. To Chief Carr, today you assume the helm of a department with deep roots and a proud tradition. The badge you will wear represents more than rank. It represents responsibility, stewardship, and the trust of every firefighter who looks to you for leadership. But you're no stranger to that trust. You've already proven yourself a capable leader, one who understands that this job is about service first, always. You are taking command at a time when public safety faces new demands, tighter resources, and higher expectations. I have every confidence that under your leadership, Stockton will not only meet those challenges, but will set new standards for excellence in fire service. The transfer of command is not just a handoff. It's a sacred tradition that symbolizes continuity, accountability, and respect for the legacy of those who have led before. In the Stockton Fire Department, this moment is never taken lightly. It reminds us that while individuals retire or promote, the mission remains: protect life, property, and the people of this great city with courage and integrity. Each leader brings new vision, but always builds upon the foundation laid by those who came before them. This passing of the torch ensures that the core values of duty, honor, and tradition endure. Generation after generation. To our newly promoted personnel, let today serve as a reminder: advancement in this department is not given, it is earned. And it comes with a responsibility to uphold the integrity of the badge and the mission of the Stockton Fire Department. Let me close with this. In a world that often overlooks the quiet heroes, you remain the ones who answer the call. Every time, without hesitation, you rush in when others flee. You steady chaos when others falter. And you do not do it for praise, but because it's who you are. Chief Edwards, thank you for your service. Chief Carr, congratulations. We stand with you. To the entire department, thank you for protecting Stockton with honor. And finally, as we look to the future, we pause to remember one of our own, Captain Max Fortuna, whose life and service embodied everything this department stands for. His sacrifice will not be forgotten, and his memory continues to guide the heart of this department. Today, we honor his legacy alongside those who serve. God bless you, and God bless the great city of Stockton.
All right. It's with deep respect and gratitude that I stand before you during this important moment in our department's 175-year history. Today marks the formal transfer of command, an honored tradition in the fire service and one that carries great meaning. It's a time to reflect on where we've been, acknowledge the present, and prepare for the future. There's a tradition tied to this ceremony that goes back to the earliest days of organized firefighting, the speaking trumpet. Before radios and modern communications, officers used speaking trumpets to direct fireground operations. The trumpet amplified the officer's voice, cutting through the noise and confusion to bring order to the chaos. Over time, it has become a symbol, not just of authority, but of leadership, accountability, and service. These trumpets adorn every uniform of leadership positions in the Stockton Fire Department, from fire captain to chief of department. The trumpets remind us that leadership is not about raising your voice. It's about being heard when it matters most. And more importantly, it's about speaking with purpose, clarity, and with confidence of those who trust you to lead. As I prepare to pass this speaking trumpet, I do so with a full heart. I'd like to invite Chief Carr up to the podium. Chief Carr, I offer this trumpet as a symbol of the responsibility that now rests with you. This role is not simply a title, it's a commitment to excellence. It demands integrity, humility, patience, and resolve. It means making hard decisions, standing up when it's not easy, and never forgetting the people who make this department what it is. Are you ready for this challenge? Your experience, character, and commitment have prepared you well. I have every confidence in your ability to lead this department into its next chapter with pride and vision. Chief Carr, it is now my privilege to present to you with the speaking trumpet, our symbol of leadership, tradition, and trust. The watch is yours. I'd now like to invite up Chief Carr's family for the formal badge pinning. All right, I now introduce you to the 19th Fire Chief of the Stockton Fire Department, Brian Carr.
We run into burning buildings, and I've never been so nervous in my life. So I apologize. I'll try to lighten it a little bit. I know this is a very serious ceremony, and it's a very important time in our history. So thank you very much. It is not taken lightly. I do stand before you with gratitude and humility, as I take over as the 19th Fire Chief of the Stockton Fire Department. The department began providing voluntary service in 1850 and became a career-paid professional fire department in 1888. Over the last 175 years, this department has been built on hard work and the dedication of many who came before us. In my brief 20 years in our fire department, compared to this long history, there have been many that have helped shape my career. I would like to take this opportunity to honor the Stockton Fire Department retirees who are present today. As I call your name, please stand. Gene Teves, John Vota, David Macedo, Chris Barkman, Mario Gardia, Chris Weinkoop, Jeff Smink, Mike Simon, John Cluvey, Matt Duane, John Sola Sr., Brian Swanson, Mitch Higgins, Gary Garrett, Dave Rudat, Bill Weisgerber. Is Chief Ron Hiddle in the audience? Anybody else that I've missed? Mike Smith, Dave Pruitt in the back, Ralph Lagana. Thank you very much. I know it's often said there are too many people to thank, but I'm going to try. I honestly think this speech is about all the thank yous that have helped me to get where I'm at today. I want to thank our elected officials, Mayor Fugazi, the entire council, Interim City Manager Steve Colangelo, for trusting me to lead this department forward. Your support and guidance will be invaluable as we continue to build on the strong foundation established by my predecessors. I would like to acknowledge and thank County Supervisors Mario Gardia, Paul Canepa, Sonny Dollywall. I've known Mario and Paul for a long time, and I appreciate your support. I want to recognize and thank my fellow City of Stockton colleagues and department heads for their support and their encouragement as I take this next step. There are many here today, even those that are outside of the Stockton Fire Department, but have been, in my experience, those that have helped develop me into the person I am today in the fire service. Retired Fire Captain Roger Rupp. Roger was the person that exposed me to the fire service over 20 years ago. He was a captain for Fremont Fire Department. Without him, I wouldn't be here today. Chief Randy Bradley, Chief Eric Walder. Many of you have been instrumental in my career, and I thank you and look forward to working with you in the county of San Joaquin. I didn't know if Elton made it here today. Elton, are you here? I don't think he's not here. Elton RSVP'd, so I'm going to have to call him and give him a hard time. He doesn't realize the impact he had on me and this department when he stood and helped us through one of our darkest days. Elton was the district attorney that helped prosecute the case against the killer of Max Fortuna, who was killed in the line of duty on January 31st, 2022. We are forever indebted to the district attorney's office and to Elton Grau for his service. Finally, and of course, I want to express my sincere gratitude to my family for their support. Long hours, holidays, birthdays, mandatory overtime, and a few trips to the emergency room with some minor burn injuries. But they never complained. Thank you to my wife, Darcy, my son, Aiden, who flew back from Phoenix to be here, my son, Brennan, who took a day off work, one of the hardest working kids I know, and my son, Ronan, who skipped football practice as a high school quarterback. And thank you, Chloe, for being here. My sisters, Debbie and Mindy, I always said that I was a thorn between two roses. Thank you for all your support and everything you've done for me. Is my brother-in-law Jeff here? Jeff, thank you for all you've done. And my nieces and nephews, Bryn and Carson. Is Carly here? No. Thank you so much for all that you've done, and look forward to what you do in the future. So on a lighter note, when I got promoted to captain in 2017, I walked in the door at home, super proud, had my badge on, looked at my wife, Darcy, and she said to me, "You may be the captain, but I'm at home, I'm still the chief." And that's been good for me to remember. And so maybe just today we're equal, we're on the same level. But it always kept me in my place, and it was always important to remember that we're looked at as heroes out here in the community. We wear a badge, we take great pride in it, but we are all just human, and we are all just people, and that family and that support is incredible, and I thank you very much for that. It wouldn't be enough to finish by thanking my parents, my mom and dad, for instilling the values that you did instill in me at a young age that have helped me be successful here today. I very much appreciate that and love you both. Before I was hired 20 years ago as a Stockton firefighter, I knew very little about Stockton, except it was somewhere south of Sacramento and north of Fresno. Since that time we moved here, we've made many good friends and had many good relationships with those in the community. I want to thank you, those of you that you know who you are, that have been friends and have been that support for us here in the Stockton community and have been that village. I greatly appreciate your support. A few months ago, somebody came up to me and said, "What is your vision for the Stockton Fire Department?" I thought about it, and I thought it was a good reminder for me not to just look at the ground level, but to honestly remember the need to look and keep perspective from that 30,000-foot level. As the fire chief, that is what is required of me, and that is what I intend to do. When I went home that night, I thought for a minute, what is my vision for the Stockton Fire Department? And that's always been a very, very prickly sort of phrase for me, because I look around and I think it's not my fire department. This is our fire department. This is all the people standing in the back of the room. This is all the people on the stage up here with me. This is the community's fire department. And so that's a lesson that I want to remember as I start to take steps forward as the next fire chief. I want to create and establish a vision that we can all be part of and take pride in. In closing, I want to let the community know what I stand for and what my values are. Integrity, doing the right thing even when no one is looking. Transparent and honest communication with our people and with the community. Hard work and accountability. Humility, willing to recognize and learn from our mistakes. To our members, I want to leave you with my leadership philosophy. I will aim to earn your trust every day. I will embrace the concept of teamwork. We are one team with one mission. I will build a culture that embraces our differences and fosters a diverse and inclusive department. I will build a culture that values and protects your physical and mental wellness. I will strive to provide you with the support and resources you need for professional development and success in your career. Thank you again for this incredible honor and great privilege. I look forward to leading us to new heights and great accomplishments. Thank you. We're now going to move on to the heart of the ceremony and start with our battalion chief promotions. I would like to invite up Deputy Chief of Operations, Brandon Doolin.
Good afternoon. I'm going to give a brief description of what our battalion chiefs do on a daily basis before I call them up here. So the Stockton Fire Department is staffed with 57 suppression personnel spread out over 13 firehouses and 17 fire suppression units on a daily basis. These resources are managed by 2 battalion chiefs on each shift, one assigned to the north side of town and the other on the south side of town. Our battalion chiefs provide leadership and oversight at all major incidents, manage the daily operations within their respective battalion, and ensure that all stations, equipment, and apparatus maintenance and repairs are quickly addressed. Most importantly, and at times the most difficult part of their job, our battalion chiefs play a key role in communicating department directives to the line and bringing important feedback back to the chief's office. I'm very happy to announce the promotion of our 2 newest battalion chiefs, Mike Pascaluccio and Aaron Reisinger. I'd like to ask Battalion Chief Pascaluccio, his wife Erica, and their daughter Ava to come up to the stage for the badge pinning. Next, I'd like to ask Battalion Chief Reisinger, his wife Kathleen, and their 2 children to come up to the stage to pin Aaron's badge. Okay, that is our battalion chiefs. Next, to conduct the captain's pinning, inviting Division Chief Alex Steinheimer up to the podium.
If you know you're going to be pinning one of the captains, if you guys could come up to the stage over here and kind of congregate, and then we'll call you up one at a time. Good afternoon. The role of company officer or fire captain is the most critical in all of the fire service. Once one is promoted to company officer, they are suddenly responsible for a multi-million-dollar firehouse, a million-dollar fire engine, and most importantly, the safety of the public and the lives of their crew. Captains run the day-to-day operations of a fire company. They train their crews and make sure the work is done and documented. They ensure operational readiness. Fire captains provide leadership, calmness, and direction during chaotic emergency situations. A fire captain is not just a firefighter in charge. They are a frontline leader, a tactical decision maker, and a mentor. The best lead by example. Captains are also commonly the face of the fire department when interacting with the public. They have both the privilege and the responsibility to build trust between the fire department and the community that they serve. The following members have risen up to take on this critical role and responsibility. I know them all, and I have faith they will do so with excellence. And with that, it will be my great honor and privilege to introduce our newly promoted captains. Captain Gregor Cameron, to be pinned by his wife, Jessica. Next, Captain Avery Washington, pinned by his wife, Jillian. Fire Captain Patrick Kerrigan, pinned by his wife, Emily.
Beautiful dress.
Yep, piece of cake. Fire Captain Ian Schneider, pinned by his wife Beth and daughters Hannah and Katie. Fire Captain Kevin Scott, pinned by his wife Shannon. Fire Captain Nathan Smith, pinned by his wife Emily. And lastly, Fire Captain Suzanne Sublabon, pinned by her mother, Linda. And next, to announce our newly promoted engineers and chief operators, I'd like to introduce the Stockton Fire Department Deputy Director of Training, Patrick McKeegan.
Good afternoon, chiefs, fellow officers, family, and friends. most importantly, our newly promoted positions. I'd like to start off with the chief operator's rank. This is an engineer's position. He provides day-to-day logistic needs to the entire department, especially on the non-business hours. This member is responsible for staffing the entire department day-to-day. When we get somebody that goes home sick, he has to kick it into gear and get somebody to come in and hire that spot. It is my great pleasure, privilege, and honor to bring up Chiefs Operator Chris Buckley. Yeah. It's an honor to stand before you today and recognize the accomplishments of the individuals we're promoting. Today marks more than a step up in rank. It marks a step forward in responsibility, leadership, and service to the citizens of Stockton. To our new engineers, congratulations. You've earned this through hard work, dedication, and countless hours of training. This promotion didn't happen overnight. And it certainly didn't happen by accident. It's a reflection of your commitment to this department, to your crews, and doing the job right. Being an engineer in the Stockton Fire Department is no small task. You're now the driver, the apparatus operator, the one responsible for getting the crew safely to the scene and giving them water, tools, and the support they need to do their job. When seconds matter, your training and experience will make the difference. But this position goes beyond the mechanics and hydraulics. It's about leadership. Even if there are no bugles on your collar yet, the crew will look to you for consistency, reliability, and mentorship. You set the tone for the rig, the response, and the readiness. I challenge each of you to stay sharp, stay humble, and never forget what it means to wear this badge. Stockton is a proud department with a history built on grit, skill, and service. You're now part of carrying that forward. And to the families and loved ones here today, thank you. You've supported these firefighters through long shifts, missed holidays, and countless hours away from home. This achievement belongs to you, too. Engineers, congratulations again. You've earned it. Now go out there and support your crews and keep leading from behind the wheel. If you're here to pin a newly promoted engineer, please make your way to the stage. Engineers, welcome to the next chapter. Stay ready and be good. First, I'd like to bring up Jesus Estrada, being pinned by his wife, Bianca. Next up, I'd like to bring up Victor Galan Amelia, pinned by his wife, Jocelyn. Next, we'd like to recognize Christopher C.J. Crosby, being pinned by his wife, Mackenzie. Congratulations, bud. Next, we have Daniel Glass, being pinned by his wife, Michelle. Congratulations to our Chief's operator and all our engineers. Next up, I'd like to bring up Division Chief Matt Nerum.
Good afternoon. Can I please get friends and family that are here to pin the telecommunicators over here to the left of the stage? Within our emergency communications divisions, we have two essential roles: call takers and telecommunicators, or dispatchers. Our call takers are the first point of contact during a 911 call. They gather critical information such as the type of emergency and the location, and provide that initial connection between the public and our emergency services. Once the initial information is collected, the call is transferred to our telecommunicators. Our telecommunicators are responsible for assigning the appropriate emergency resources, and just as importantly, they provide pre-arrival instructions to the 911 caller while help is on the way. During our structure fires, our telecommunicators also deliver vital tactical communication support to the crews on the fire ground. Together, our call takers and telecommunicators handle approximately 100,000 911 calls every year. They are a dedicated, highly trained team that plays a critical role in keeping our community safe. I would now like to...
So I guess this is the part of wearing the fire chief badge. I get to take responsibility when things don't go well. So we've had a lot of movement in the department, and we're still waiting on the badges for our telecommunicators. So we are going to have their family obviously come up, and they'll get to shake the fire chief's hand and take a picture. It's like a good second place, huh? But yeah, our Chief Nerum, obviously, I would just want to echo real quick what Chief Nerum had said. I spent 2.5 years in charge of our dispatch center, and it was one of the greatest privileges of my life. We have a fire. We may have some people that need to leave. But anyways, it was one of the greatest privileges of my career, managing our dispatch staff. Some of these that are here, I interviewed and hired as new telecommunicators. So it's a great honor to see them here, and we'll try to ignore everybody running out of the building. And let's get this going.
Okay, I'm going to adjust on the fly. Friends and family that are here to shake the fire chief's hand. Can I get family of Jasmine Ellington, and she's going to be shaking the hand of the fire chief. It's going to be her cousin, Anna. Next, I'd like to call up Sylvia Madrigal and her friend, Mona. And I tried to roll my R, but I couldn't do it, so I apologize. Next up is going to be Salvador Polito Leyva. And shaking the fire chief's hand is going to be Father Jose, Mother Anna, and fiance Montse. Next, I'd like to call up Danielle Davis and her husband, Matt. All right, another quick adjustment. Telecommunicator 2, and I've just been informed we actually have a badge. I'd like to now introduce you to Deputy Chief Brandon Doolan for the badge pinning for the fire prevention staff.
All right, brief description of our fire inspector. He or she is someone whose work often takes place behind the scenes, yet plays a critical role in safeguarding our community each and every day. A fire inspector is on the front line of prevention, working tirelessly to ensure that buildings, businesses, and public spaces comply with fire and life safety codes. From conducting detailed inspections of new construction and fire protection systems, to educating property owners, reviewing permits, following up on safety violations, their mission is to stop the fire before it ever starts. With specialized training, state certification, and a sharp eye for detail, they serve not just as an enforcer of codes, but as a partner in public safety, protecting lives, preserving property, and helping build a more resilient and safer community. I'm very happy to introduce our newest fire inspector, John Sprague. His wife, Ingrid, will be...
It's a great help at moving. It's a great help at moving.
Yeah. His wife, Ingrid, will be pinning John today. And I'd like to thank Captain Ryan Smart for putting that description together. It's very well. Now I'd like to bring up Eric Patton to introduce our newest division chief overseeing EMS and our ECD division.
Good afternoon. Let me put on my old man eyes here for a second. Much better. I'd now like to recognize Chief Neeram as the newly appointed Division Chief of EMS and ECD. We have several divisions in our department, and each one is overseen by a division chief. It's a battalion chief that's able to write for that position, and I'm proud to stand here today and introduce Chief Neeram. Chief Neeram has dedicated 28 years to the department, with half of that time serving as a chief officer. He's actually our longest tenured chief officer we have in the Stockton Fire Department. Throughout his career, he's been a key contributor to many of our specialty programs, including hazardous materials, urban search and rescue, water rescue, and our tactical emergency medical support. His commitment to excellence and operational readiness has made a lasting impact across the organization. A passionate advocate for training, Chief Neeram has played an instrumental role in developing and mentoring members in Fireground Command and Control. He served with distinction as the Division Chief of Training for 3.5 years, before returning to field operations as a battalion chief. Today, we are honored to welcome Chief Neeram into his new position as Division Chief of EMS and Emergency Communications Division. We are confident that his leadership and dedication will continue to elevate the standard of service we provide to our community. Please join us in congratulating Division Chief Neeram on this well-deserved promotion.
You want me to come in? Okay. Darren, take another 3 of you. Okay.
So another blast from the past. Chief Neeram was my first captain. I got out of, after I got off probation. And he was a captain at the Water Rescue House. We had a subsurface dive team and surface rescue team. And I had the great privilege of going to that fire station, Station 6, and working for Chief Neeram. He is one of those mentors to me, and just always preached ownership and giving people stake in the organization, and that they would buy in. And it's been a valuable lesson. I think it was the first day I went to the crew. Ralph Lagana, who was here in the back, was our senior firefighter, and I was in decent shape. You know, I thought I was okay, and they said, all right, we're going to go to the park. We're going to do our little morning run. So we went to the park, and Chief Neeram took off like, the rabbit, just like really fast. And the other guys were really slow. So I said, well, I better keep up with him. So I went really fast. And that lasted for about 2 laps. And then Chief Neeram just stopped. And then the next guy came, and he took off. And he was flying. I said, well, I better keep up with him. And so this went on for, I don't know, probably 45 minutes. I thought I was going to die. And then they decided, well, since we were the dive team and a surface rescue, we'd go to the pool at University of Pacific. Needless to say, I didn't know that Chief Neeram could swim underwater for at like 75 yards underwater without taking a breath. So then they started putting me through evolutions where I had to swim underwater until I thought I was going to die. And that's the closest I come to ever being a Navy SEAL, and have never forgot that experience. So thank you, Chief Neeram. I appreciate it. I get the distinct honor of introducing our new Deputy Chief of Administration, Eric Patton. When he handed me this, I said, no way, there's not this many good things to say about you, but there are that many good things to say about Eric. Chief Patton joined the Stockton Fire Department in January of 2000, and as a recruit firefighter, he worked his way up through the ranks where he promoted to captain, battalion chief, and now deputy chief. Throughout his career, he has been active in the department, earning his paramedic license, working with and running our hazmat and TEMS program, which is our tactical medic program, as well as being involved with training of more than half of the department in various disciplines. As a captain, Chief Patton spent 2 tours in the Division of Training as the deputy director, where he assisted with multiple recruit academies and was instrumental in helping the Stockton Fire Department attain the accredited local academy certification from the state fire marshal's office, which basically allows us the opportunity to conduct our own academies, get our people trained up to state level firefighter 1, firefighter 2, and it was an incredible feat and a lot of paperwork that Chief Patton went through to get us to that place. So very thankful for that. After leaving DOT, our training department, he continued to instruct recruits in firefighter survival and rapid intervention crew. As a captain, he worked as the fire and arson investigator, and he worked in conjunction with the Stockton Police Department and other local agencies to investigate and apprehend suspects in the commission of arson. Chief Patton promoted to battalion chief, where he worked in both North and South battalions, as well as responding to campaign wildfires in the state as a strike team leader trainee. Chief Patton also ran the department's honor guard for 16 years, where he was responsible for overseeing and coordinating various ceremonies to include funerals of both active and retired members. Today, we are honored to welcome Chief Patton into his new role as the Deputy Chief of Administration. We are confident that his leadership and dedication will continue to elevate the standard of service we provide to our community. And with all of those good things to say and his distinguished 25 years of service to this department, one of the things I can honestly say about Chief Patton is he's just a solidly good person, somebody that I would want to have as an example for those young members in this department on how to live your life, how to be an example as a fire service professional, as a husband, and as a father. He's solid to the core and just couldn't be more excited to have him on our leadership team. Please welcome Deputy Chief Patton.
All right. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody once again for coming today for this change of command and promotion ceremony. This concludes the ceremony. I'd like to invite everybody to stick around for a little while, mingle. We have some refreshments and some snacks in the back for everyone. So once again, thank everybody for coming today. Hope everybody drives home safely. Thank you.